In this video, I will show you a neat trick to potentially get Bitcoin at much less than the current dollar-based price. So stay tuned for more on that. So in June 2019, the Bitcoin price has rebounded, gone over 9,000, over 10,000, and actually yesterday, it's the 23rd of June as I record this, it hit 11,000, although it retraced a little bit. It looks like we're about to get another bull run. Now, some of you will be regretting not buying in earlier, like $3,500 or even $5,000 per Bitcoin. So all is not lost. What I'm about to share with you today is a little trick on potentially getting more Bitcoin for your dollar, even though the price is above $10,000 per Bitcoin as I record this. Now, before I continue, I just have to tell you I'm not a financial advisor, and this is just a YouTube video, and also I'm not guaranteeing any of this will happen. However, I will share why I feel there is reasonable certainty in assuming the following will happen. So, if you look at Bitcoin, it's the #1 cryptocurrency. However, the #2 is something called Ethereum. And Ethereum is something I follow. Ethereum is actually the name of the network, the smart contract decentralized platform, and Ether is the currency that you would buy. You can use it on the Ethereum network. Now, the Ethereum price in dollars is fairly low, okay? It's roughly $300. It might have gone up. It's so volatile, but let's call it $300 for argument's sake. What I'm interested in, however, is the Ethereum price per Bitcoin, the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio. You see, this has been very flat for more than a year. It's actually due for some upward movement. Why would it move up? So before I get into that, let me tell you the little trick which I promised at the start of the video. Let's say, for argument's sake, just to use very simple numbers, that Bitcoin is $10,000 today, Ethereum is $300. If you have $300 to spend, you could get one Ethereum coin or 0.03 Bitcoin. And 0.03 is the ratio between Ethereum and Bitcoin. So if you had to buy that one Ethereum coin with your $300, and the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio strengthens, let's say it strengthens to 0.06, and you then sell that Ethereum, but not for US dollars, you sell it for Bitcoin, you've effectively got double the Bitcoin for your $300, 0.06. Another way of looking at it is that you've got the Bitcoin effectively for $5,000. So this is a tremendous opportunity. However, can this happen? Can that ratio go up in the future? So let's look at that. Firstly, many people don't follow these ratios except traders. Now, I follow this ratio. I've followed it for a while. It's been, as I said, very flat for a while. This ratio actually peaked in the middle of 2017. It hit 0.15. So one Ethereum was worth 0.15 Bitcoin, which actually sounds like a lot. There were other peaks and troughs as well. It hit 0.12 in about Feb 2018. But it's been on a downward spiral since. Now, what are the fundamentals? When you're trying to look at the value of something, it's good to look at fundamentals. And Ethereum probably has the strongest fundamentals out there. It's the first largest smart contract platform. It has the most amount of developers. Yes, it does have competition now, like EOS, Neo, Tron, Cardano, for example. And these other platforms claim to have better transaction speed and security features. But Ethereum is still the big daddy. It has the most amount of developers. And let's take a look at some recent announcements or breakthroughs that have happened for Ethereum. Now, the big one for me was a few months ago, where consulting firm EY announced Project Nightfall. This was not just a set of development tools, but a way to make it easier for businesses to build production smart contract implementations on the public Ethereum blockchain. We saw also other vendors deploy initiatives. The big announcement actually for me was just about a week ago, there was a Polish bank called Alio, I think it's pronounced that way. They've announced the first production system, one of the most important, one of the biggest, where they've built a document verification system using smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain. Now this is massive because in the past we've seen video games, crypto kitties and all of those things, and nobody took those things seriously. Well, not some of us. This is business. This is a bank, and this is a production system, an important system, and it's using Ethereum smart contracts for document verification. This is absolutely a big deal, okay? There's also other announcements. In fact, just a few days ago, we heard that Ethereum 2.0, the test version, would surface in January 2020. Now, if that happens, there's a few things that are key in that announcement. So firstly, we expect the scalability and the performance and throughput to improve with 2.0. That's when Ethereum sharding happens, right? We also expect better breakthroughs in security. The big one, however, is the move to proof of stake. So it may well be that in 2019, Ethereum moves to proof of stake. You cannot mine it anymore. If you can't mine Ethereum anymore, probably going to be more valuable. You tell me what's going to happen to the price and the value, not just against the US dollar, but against other assets as well, including Bitcoin. So to come back to my example, it is reasonable. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just saying it's reasonable to propose or theorize that Ethereum is severely undervalued right now, especially when compared to Bitcoin. And if you want Bitcoin and you don't want to pay $10,000 for it, or whatever the price is when you're watching this video, have a look at that Ethereum ratio. As I speak, 0.03. Even if it goes to 0.06, you're getting double the Bitcoin for your money spent. You buy Ethereum for X number of dollars, you then swap it for Bitcoin, and you're getting double the Bitcoin at 0.06 than if you took those dollars and just bought Bitcoin. If it goes to 0.909, even better. If it goes to 0.12, which was the 2018 peak, even better. What if it, in the near future, exceeds the all-time high of 0.15? That would be just amazing, right? Now, when that happens, some of you will be thinking, well, I like Ethereum. That sounds like just as good as an investment. Should I just hold on to it? Of course, I'm a big fan of Ethereum as well. So you can choose to keep some of the Ethereum you bought and swap some of that for Bitcoin as per this video. Now, some of you will be saying, well, what about other altcoins? There's probably a bigger opportunity with some of the other trading pairs out there. And you're right, there could be. But it involves more research. It involves more risk, in my opinion. And this is a lot safer bet. It's funny, I'm saying anything in crypto is actually a safe bet. I'm not saying it's a safe bet, but I think it's a safer bet than some of these altcoins, which could disappear in the near future. We don't know what's going to happen, right? So, yeah. So that's the trick, right? Have a look at that trading pair. You might want to keep some Ethereum. If you haven't invested in Ethereum before, you might want to then put a sell order. So if you're comfortable keeping some of the Ethereum on your exchange of choice, the other Ethereum that you want to keep, move it to a hardware wallet like a Trezor. Although what I don't like about storing Ethereum on Trezor is that it's not actually stored on the Trezor. It's using my Ethereum wallet. There's two options now. You can store Bitcoin. Well, you're actually storing your keys. Everything's stored on the blockchain. Remember, that's the point. But I use my Ethereum wallet, but I don't know how good it is. If you have a comment, let me know. But I would put a sell order. I wouldn't put the sell order for 0.06. So if you buy and the ratio is 0.03, don't put the sell order for 0.06. Put the sell order higher, like 0.1, 0.12, and put a few alerts in there. And if it gets to 0.06, 0.07, assess the sentiment at that stage. So have a look at what's happening. Did it rise very quickly? Did we get a lot of good news on adoption and utilization? And do we think it's going to go a bit higher? You could choose then to manually sell a portion at 0.06 in which case, as per this video, you're getting double the Bitcoin than at 0.03, okay? So I'll keep it there. I won't go too long for those of you still watching. I think this is something worth exploring. I'm not a financial advisor, but I hope that gives you some food for thought. If you like this video, if you feel the tip was useful, I plan to do a lot more videos as I grow this channel, specifically talking about Ethereum, the network, and the potential that Ethereum has to change the world and business. I like Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin will do that, and those are the big two. I'm not big on some of these alts, not yet anyway. So let me know your thoughts, hit like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And don't wait too long. We don't know how long that ratio is going to stay at about 0.03. It's actually stayed there too long. It's due to go up imminently. Okay, so happy trading.